Hi my friends, thanks for joining me on SERVi Homestead again. This is part 3 of working on the 2 tractors. So you can see I'm back at the little Yanmar, and I think it was in the first segment we saw that the radiator was still leaking, and it appears to be from that seam I told you about that lost some solder in it. And I'm going to use some liquid metal, JB Weld brand, and shove it up there with a stick, and I'm going to put some around this connection because it's a little wobbly right now. So that's going to be my fix for the little Yanmar, and hopefully it holds the water. We'll see. If not, I'll have to take the radiator off and try to solder it again in that seam. I'm going to mix a mixer with this stick here. This is a rare find, people. You don't see these things every day. These special sticks right here. We hardly ever find them in the yard. They're not easy to come by. No drips yet. Not here, at least. Charging the battery again with the old green truck. See what happens. I hope it holds. Well, after cranking the tractor a few times, it started leaking. The water pump pressurized the water system, the coolant system. Sure enough, it's coming from somewhere. I'm not sure, it may be coming from here. Man, this can't be good. Water coming out of the muffler. Wow. Alright, it appears that the green tractor is inoperable. I did change the head gasket on it myself, I guess a year ago. And I must have done something incorrectly. I know that for sure I didn't tighten the head bolts as tight as they were supposed to be, because my socket wasn't deep enough, and I was scared to pull any harder. It just felt like 110, 115 foot-pounds was a lot. So I put it at like 95 and ran it. and it still would always kind of steam and smoke at the beginning, so somehow water is getting into the combustion chamber, and that's a major problem. So I pulled it with the old green truck over there to be out of sight and out of mind for now. So my only hope is to get the old International running. Right now, while I was in the truck, I'm dragging some of these big logs and sticks and branches that have fallen, getting them over here to the burn pile. Oh man, what are we gonna do with you? Alright, as we approach the crime scene, the white truck is charging the tractor, the big old International. Sim and Tim helped me pull the tank off. It's pretty heavy. I think it's like 33 gallons. And I had this bucket underneath the drain pipe, or the outlet valve. I forgot I had done that, so it was filled almost to the top. So I switched it out. I'm about to put it back on. I wanted you guys to see this. Here's the float. It's very similar to what's in a modern day truck. So as diesel, as you fill it with diesel, the float actually rises. You know, it floats on the diesel and it gets to the top. And there's some type of a, I don't know what you'd call it, a transducer, I guess. I'm not sure. It may just be sort of like a rheostat. So this one wire comes here and gives it electricity down through there, and the different positions of this thing register as something, and it goes up to the dashboard, but it doesn't work. So I don't know, I might worry about fixing it later. That would be cool to have that feature working, but for now I'm just gonna put it back on. Alright, let me button this back up and get the tank back on. So I just discovered something. It only goes on one way. Thankfully, the holes only line up with the cap when you have it in the right direction, and that is facing this way. So let's see, this would be the front of the tractor, that would be the rear. So facing the tractor, this arm goes toward the right, and voila, the holes line up. Gosh. Besides this, I scraped enough dirt off of the tank to fill a small flower pot. Sheesh. I guess that's what happens when something is 50 years old. Wow. Yes, got it. Getting close. Alright, air in the line is the biggest enemy for the fuel system. Well, besides contaminants, but it's the most obvious reason why something won't start or won't run well. So I kept these bolts loose until the canister's filled with diesel, and that got some air out. Then the next spot would be these two screws. So you break them loose until they flow freely. Allows all the air to come out. And then the next spot would be, let's see, right here, I believe, this connection coming from the filters. I think it's that one. And then sometimes you have to crack each line right here, going to each cylinder until it squirts diesel steadily. So we'll see how it goes. go ahead and bleed until we see something coming out. Come on now. Fill up, baby. This one is probably just now filling up with diesel, so it might take a while. And then we can try to start it. It took a while, but it filled up and started draining out, getting rid of the air. Looks like it's an 18. When you're working with things that may be stuck, use the closed end side of your box end wrench. That way when it breaks free, you're not gonna fly off. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Oh, nice. Oh wait, I think that's the return line. This is the main fuel line. Oh good, okay. Let the bubbles get out. Look at that, see the bubbles? There we go. Then I'll tighten them up. Getting there. It ran, still smoking a lot, but it is running again. So that tank had some sludge and it was clogged, I guess. So glad to have that done. So the little Yanmar, not doing so great, but the old International, he lives to see another day. I don't know if it's a he or a she. I tend to say she, but I don't know. So it's too late to cut now, it's getting dark. But one day this week I should be able to use it, get some of this tall grass tamed. Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining SERVi Homestead, everybody. We appreciate your support. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Thank you. See you on the next one.